How can a device so little cause so much trouble? You know, cell phones, they're not going away, but a new crop of phones might make that inevitable transition a whole lot smoother for kids and parents.
We have a new job to do as parents, which we never had before, which is to sort of help these kids to learn how to navigate this space so they can do it responsibly and that tech can end up helping them and not hurting them in their life.
Yeah, that's Dane Whitbeck. He's the CEO of Pinwheel, just one of a new wave of smartphones designed just for kids. And parents say it's about time.
We're hearing from parents all the time how this is really changing the way that they parent and really helping them do this job.
Now, the research is clear. A National Institute of Health study shows 89% of kids 13 to 17 have a smartphone. And those teens who report higher use of smartphones and social media also report higher levels of mental health issues, self-harm, even suicide. But experts point out that phones are just digital tools that can also be used to help kids learn to read earlier, assist with math skills, and are essential to communicating with their peers.
Kids need to be able to manage this tech themselves, and that ultimately our job as parents is to teach them and guide them to do that.
That's where the Pinwheel phone comes in. It eases kids into the digital world instead of throwing them into the deep end.
It's helping kids to learn that this is a tool first and not a toy.
Digital baby steps, kind of like driver's ed for smartphones. Devices designed to help parents allow their kids to be a part of the digital age while building responsible habits they'll need down the road.
Even if it's only for a couple of years, getting the right tool in place that helps them frame it the right way will really pay big dividends throughout their life.
I'll be honest, as a parent, there are times when I say no technology till you're out of the house. But I think that analogy that he utilized, that idea of defensive driving classes, driver's ed, if you will, before you get behind the wheel, made a lot of sense. That your kids are going to have access to these devices at some point in time. It's better to have them learn how to use it where you can kind of help them so that by the time they're older, they're not just like absolutely sucked into these things.
Well, we even had a colleague who said, listen, I don't want to send my daughter off to college and she's never had Instagram before, because then what's going to happen when I'm not there to sort of help her navigate the situation? So it makes sense. I guess it depends on the child.
Well, and I think what's cool about some of these new phones too is they're designed to make that parental control aspect a lot easier and to wall off some of the things you really don't want your kid to do. It's a little harder with an iPhone to get it dialed in and just right. So really something to consider.
Okay, not a bad option.